greet you all. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are watching me from. So let's take a look. After meeting with FG, Labour insists no going back on Wednesday protest. My people, wetin me dey talk for this matter? Una know say President Bola Ahmed Tinubu come outside yesterday to address the nation. So if Labour can't go on strike, join this hardship wey Nigeria dey now. Wetin go happen for the country? Now believe say people go fit survive this situation at hand. So my people, I go leave una make una watch the video. I beg una make una like, comment, follow us on our social media. Make una not forget to leave una opinion, because una opinion dey important. We need am well to tell know how this matter dey go. Make una watch the video.
Do they plan protest?
Well, our peaceful rally will go on as scheduled. Even if we didn't have this problem and we decide to hold a rally, we still hold our rallies. So this rally has been fixed for 2nd, and we'll go ahead to hold our rally.
I don't know whether you were able to listen to part of what the president said or is saying. I know one of your key demands has been the implementation of CNG. The president is announcing that it's providing 100 billion naira for 3,000 CNG fueled mass transport. Will this have any impact on what you are doing?
That 3,000 will be for Lagos. And we have 36 states and FCT. So if that is, because I have not listened to it, if that is the situation, 3,000 buses, and that even will not go to rural areas.
He's also saying that he's going to monitor the impact of inflation and high gas prices, and if need be, he may intervene.
As part of macroeconomic policies or what? By the time you have a single market, and then you are not having anything that has comparative advantage, you are even energy is import driven, and then how are you going to control it? How are you going to control somebody that exchange dollar at the extent of maybe 900? Are you going to tell him to sell at below the price? How are you going to tell even NEPA today, with the cost of production, not to increase tariff? Even corn in the villages that was sold at 18,000 by February, now it's about 56,000. How are you going to control it? How you control the woman that goes from the house and transportation increase 3 times to reduce the cost of Gary? So we need to, understand all those things. Probably because we have not listened to Mr. President's speech. By the time we listen to it, we understand, where that is going to. But it's important that you have mentioned this, for us to equally tell you how we have. And we're talking of practical economics. Unless you tell us the issue of checking the production, and then the refineries working, producing locally, the CNG option, taken care of, which will bring down cost of transportation. By the time you do all these things, you can gradually see, then what is the cost, purchasing power of the worker? Can a worker still go to work?
But what are the measures in place to ensure that the protest is not hijacked by government?
Well, that one is simple. The NLC have been in the barricade for years. Our protest cannot, because I don't know of any number of people that are more than us that will come there and hijack our protest. Unless somebody is going to instigate that. The NLC rallies and protests have never in the history been hijacked. But this language, each time we want to protest, that's the language we hear, that our protests will be hijacked. Now, when you have an information, as a security personnel, police, DSS, whatever, it's their duty to provide security for us, to make sure that it's not hijacked. And that's the duty of the Nigerian police and the DSS. And I hope that in this particular instance, they will provide security for us so that this protest will be peaceful, in the light of what is happening. But I think the dividends are coming up with maybe some of the Mr. President's promises, because we have lived in this country where promises are not translated to reality. So, but we hope, that things will change.
Yeah.
God bless you.
What additional information do you have for us?
Yes. Any opportunity to interact. Government will not invite us for meetings, and we will say, no, we are not attending meetings. That is not in the spirit of social dialogue. So when you are invited for meetings, you will attend such meetings. And when we got to the meeting, just as we have been, they have been briefing us. They will give us what they think would ameliorate the challenges. But it's also left for us to look at it and make suggestions on what we... Yes. you know, you cannot define headway fully until you sign a concrete agreement. Because all we are still doing is exchanging notes. They are telling us what they think could be done. We are also telling them that it is not enough, that they can do much more. So until we reach a concrete agreement, that's when we beat our chest to say we have made sufficient progress.